He was a goal scorer, offensive dynamo. He was big, he could skate, and he could shoot, and he had a nose for the net. He knew where the net was. Anybody in the hockey world knows what happens to other people in the hockey world.
And what happened to Tom McCarthy has been an ordeal. An NHL player at 18 retired after 9 years due to injury. 6 years later, in 1994, busted. McCarthy was charged with conspiracy, even though he claims he wasn't directly involved.
I had associates or friends for 14 years that were involved in drug smuggling. Distribution obviously comes when you smuggle it in, you have to distribute it. And when their time came and they got arrested or somehow through their channel of people that they're involved in, they had implemented me as being a part of it.
McCarthy spent 4 years in 8 U.S. federal and Canadian prisons and was released in 1998. 12 years later, he's coaching in Trenton. So the players McCarthy is coaching here in Trenton are about the same age he was when he went 10th overall in the 1979 NHL entry draft. What do they think about the path that's led him here?
What I was concerned about is what a small town like Trenton would think about somebody as high profile as Tommy coming here with the background. Having watched the man play all those years, I knew what he could bring to these kids.
He's told us like the whole what happened in his past and everything else, and I think it's just amazing how they gave him a second chance.
For the record, he seems like you'd obviously if you've heard about him, you'd think he'd be kind of rough around the edges and all that, but he's a great guy, awesome guy, one of the nicest people I've ever met.
He's taught me, just if you make mistakes, the only way that the only way you're going to get better or improve in life is to make mistakes and to fail. So that's probably the biggest thing he's taught me.
I come to the rink early most of the time, and I'll sit there and I'll talk to Tommy about our past games, our practices, what we're going to do in practice, and all that stuff.
He knows the game very well, but he also teaches a lot of life skills to his players, which I think is uncommon with coaches.
Seems like he has advice about everything. I mean, he's seen both the bad ends of the world, the good upsides of the world. He's seen basically everything, and he makes us think a lot about our actions.
I think I have more to teach because I can teach the hockey part with like other hockey people, but I think my life experiences offer some direction or some maybe help and experience or knowledge in areas that people only wonder about and don't know about. And I can certainly tell you firsthand, and I'll be very candid about it. I think it's a tool that I've been offered and I need to use it. And I use it and I try to spread it everywhere and anywhere I can.
Tom McCarthy has a 1-year contract with the Trenton Golden Hawks. He says he'd like to rejoin the team next year so he can help players avoid making the same mistakes he once did.
One of the good things about life is you do get a second chance, and Tommy has taken that opportunity to try to teach these young guys so they don't make the same mistakes that he made.
This is support being embraced here to come to Trenton. And you talk support, and I'll probably get very emotional, but my father fought for 3 years to get me home to Canada. And because of him, it's why I'm available to be here. And God bless him, He knew, I knew, but hey, that's what we're about. That's what our family's about.
One of the things that I've learned watching from Tommy is that there's another aspect to the game off the ice too. He brings a different dynamic to the kids. It's not so much what he does with them on the ice or what he teaches them on the ice, what he teaches them off the ice.
I sort of feel like things are undone here. It was a very different season of hockey in my 45 years of being involved in hockey.
We're going to give him a second chance. We expect everybody else to give him a second chance. And it's worked out great.